Played a fair bit with Bull. I played a lot of one-day cricket with him and a handful of test matches.
We all knew he had the talent and the desire, I suppose. The funny thing with him was he was a little bit chubby when he first came into the team, so I grabbed him quite quickly. But he lost that weight and became the superstar he is today. But he was exciting at that age, and the way he played the game, an attacking brand of cricket, and that certainly hasn't changed over the years.
He thought if it meant him standing down for me to stay in the team that he was willing to do that, which was obviously very nice for me as a young 23-year-old or 24-year-old. I certainly didn't expect that, and I was more than happy to sit and wait my turn because he was a great player and I enjoyed playing with him.
He was a superstar at a young age. Obviously he went through the ups and downs of international cricket as you do. For me it was a case I think he had to have the opportunity to play as much cricket at that age, something that I missed out on when I was younger. So I certainly didn't want that to happen to any other player that had the potential to play a long period of time. And you know, he continued to play, then had a bit of a form loss, and then came back to the player he is today. So we've got to make sure we're always looking after those players and letting them develop over game time. And when you've got guys like in those days, Warren, McGrath, Hayden, Gilchrist, Ponting, Martin, you can just name them. You're very handy to have someone young and exciting like that on the side.
We've been in contact, yeah, since we stopped playing with each other. I've always stayed in contact with him, and every time we're in Queensland I've seen him and caught up. I've really enjoyed the last week. It's been nice to get back and spend some time with him and talk about cricket. I used to, as a young kid in the Australian team, I used to spend a lot of time with him and sit and talk and learn about all the great things about cricket, and it's been nice this week to relive a few of those memories.
Having been through the highs and lows of cricket, that probably helps me communicate with the players in that regard. I know there's going to be disappointed players that are not playing in Test match cricket, and making sure that we're looking after them more so than the blokes that are playing, if that makes sense. Because it's a long tour here in England. We've got to make sure that everyone is ready to play just in case we have a freak injury a la Glenn McGrath in 05.
I think his love of the game, definitely his knowledge and experience of the game will play a big part in this team. His aggressive approach, he wants to win. Training, it's about quality over quantity, and he's always been a very strong family man, which I think is great to have around this group. I think families play a big part around this team.
He's going to have a big input in the running, day-to-day running of the team, and obviously out in the field, as a coaching staff, we're certainly going to let him run it his way. He's an aggressive player, as we know, an aggressive captain, which is pretty much what I like anyway. So he's done a great job, I think, so far with the captaincy role, and now he can just concentrate on that. Obviously he had a good working relationship with Mickey, and Mickey and him were very close. So I think that'll happen with us over time, but it's certainly been very close very quickly and going in the same direction. We know where we want to get to as a team and how we want to play, how we want to act, how we believe in each player that represents the country, and that's the big thing. The value of the baggy green and the traditions and history of the game. Also the connection with the fans. We want the public to come back and watch us play all the time now. So that's a big thing for us. So I see that relationship really evolving over time, but in a short space of time, very happy with it.
Well, I think our minds, in regards to the way we play on the field, are very similar. I think he was quite an aggressive player, liked to keep the game rolling and try and win. So I think we've got a lot in common there.
Our job is to prepare the players as best we possibly can for the captain to walk out in the field with being confident with that 11. We've got a squad here obviously of 18, and that's really important for them to do well and make sure they're ready to go. And as coaching and the coaching staff go, we're just making sure they're ready. So when the selectors make the decision, that 11 take the field for the first, second test, whatever it may be, that Michael's comfortable with that and he's going to work his magic on the field, and that's all he has to do. We want to make sure that they are, as I said before, the best prepared and ready to go.
I think the relationship Buff and I have always had is very honest, so he'll tell me if he sees something I need to improve, but he also lets you know if you've done something well. For me, most importantly, it's another set of eyes off the field to be able to let me know how he's seeing the game panning out, and we can talk at drinks, lunch, tea. There's plenty of time for him to get a message to me if he sees something off the field, and I think that can really help.
The thing for me is I'm going to make mistakes. I don't say I'm going to be the perfect coach. I'm certainly going to make mistakes and wrong decisions. But one of the things for us is just being honest with those, and if we make a wrong decision, just admit it. There's nothing wrong with being wrong, just don't make the same mistake twice. So from my point of view, it's been excellent. The lads have been brilliant. I've really enjoyed their company on and off the ground, and they seem to be enjoying the game and enjoying the cricket. I know it's a little bit of a honeymoon period, I suppose, as a coach when your first time you come in and change things around. For us, we'll always be judged on results, so we know we have to play well and have to start well in the first test. But yeah, for the first 2 weeks it's been good.